ที่บางไม่ได้คุย
Good evening, friends. I'm the Radio Ranger. Tonight we're stepping back nearly 100 years to learn 5 food-saving habits that helped families survive the Great Depression. These aren't gimmicks. They're practical lessons from ordinary people who learned how to make every ingredient count. Some of these habits can still save money at the grocery store today. So pour yourself a cup of coffee, settle in by the fire, and let's begin. During the Great Depression, nothing useful was wasted. One of the most valuable items in many kitchens wasn't meat or bread. It was bacon grease. Families would save cooking drippings in jars and use them later to fry potatoes, season vegetables, flavor beans, and add richness to cornbread. Today, many people throw these drippings away without realizing they're tossing out flavor. A single spoonful could transform an otherwise ordinary meal. Just because food is inexpensive doesn't mean it has to be bland. As any good cook knows, flavor is one of the best morale boosters there is. Our grandparents understood something many modern households have forgotten. Ingredients aren't always single-use. A roasted chicken could become dinner one night, sandwiches the next day, soup the following evening, and finally broth made from the bones. 4 meals, 1 bird. Stretching food wasn't considered survival, it was simply common sense. Every ingredient had one last useful purpose waiting to be discovered. Long before protein powders and health trends, families relied heavily on beans. They were inexpensive, nutritious, filling, and they stored well for long periods. A bag of dried beans could feed a family for several meals while costing very little. Today, they're still one of the most budget-friendly foods available. Sometimes the oldest solutions remain the best solutions. Before supermarkets were open around the clock, people kept pantries. Flour, rice, oats, beans, sugar, salt. Not because they were preparing for disaster, because they were preparing for life. A stocked pantry meant fewer emergency trips to town and greater peace of mind when money became tight. Even today, a small pantry can act as a financial buffer against unexpected expenses. Many families didn't survive difficult times because they had complicated recipes. They survived because they mastered simple ones. Soup, stew, beans and rice, cornbread, skillet meals. Learning a handful of versatile recipes allowed cooks to adapt whatever ingredients happened to be available. The recipe mattered less than the skill behind it. Capability has always been one of the most valuable ingredients in any kitchen. The families who lived through the Great Depression didn't know what tomorrow would bring. They simply learned how to make the most of what they had today. There is wisdom in that lesson. The prudent see danger and take refuge. Not fear, wisdom, preparation, stewardship. Thank you for joining me around the campfire tonight. I'm the Radio Ranger. Until next time, stay prepared, stay capable, and keep the fire burning.